Welcome back. Indonesia faces difficulties in soybean price. Indeed, scarcity and rising commodity prices do not only occur in Indonesia, but globally. But still, to tackle the issue, government has designed programs to avoid price volatility.
Ministry of Agriculture plans 3 programs to solve soybean prices problem. This program is carried out to stabilize prices and also increase soybean production. The main goal is to maintain price volatility in the market. There are SOS 100 Days Program, 200 Days Program, and Permanent Program. In the SOS program of 100 days, which is from January to March 2021, the Ministry of Agriculture plans to increase supply to tofu and tempeh producers, stabilize prices, increase the soybean agricultural productions, and these cooperations was also involving the Ministry of Trade as a stakeholder in the domestic trade. Next, 200 Days Program. Ministry prepares planting area of 325 hectares, providing funds, pest control, and preparing for planting in the dry season. These short-medium-term plan is expected to be able to control the soybean problem in 2021.
Kementerian Pertanian membuat langkah melalui 3 agenda SOS selama 100 hari ke depan, diantaranya memperlancar pasokan dan pengrajin tahu tempe pasar, stabilisasi harga, meningkatkan produksi pertanian, menyiapkan CPCL, serta membentuk gugus tugas lintas kementerian dan lembaga. Kerjasama ini sepenuhnya bersama Kementerian Perdagangan juga.
Meanwhile, for the third program, the Ministry of Agriculture has launched a permanent program in the form of making soybeans part of the 12 strategic foods. Besides that, it will maximize local soybean supplies and carry out downstreaming of soybean products. By these short and long-term programs, hopefully it can meet the needs of soybean as a main raw material of tofu and tempeh, which are mandatory food for Indonesian people. From Jakarta, Muhammad Olga for IDX Channel.
Higher soybean prices have hurt margins of local producers. The things get so intense, whereas Indonesians are very consumptive over soybeans. Usually people can buy soybeans around 6,000 to 7,000 rupiah per kilogram, but now the price of soybeans increased by 30% to 8,000 to 9,000 rupiah per kilogram. If government doesn't tackle the problem seriously, soybean market would be forced into dramatic price rationing. But before we deep dive into the problem, there is one big question: why soybeans may be headed for its highest price these days? The answer is in the next graphic. This is the list of reasons why the price of soybean is getting high. The first one is soaring prices in global market, decreasing production capacity, and bad weather. While from Minister of Agriculture's perspective, scarcity and rising commodity price do not only occur in Indonesia. Minister Syahrul Yassin Limpo has opened his voice on the rare and high price of soybeans in the market. He explained that this may also be due to part of the global pandemic and the global price of soybeans being affected, especially from the United States. There's another factor as well, which is falling global supplies due to the La Nina weather phenomenon, especially from Brazil, the world's biggest supplier. The red line is, for many years in Indonesia, soybeans have been mostly imported. Statistics Indonesia recorded that Indonesia imported around 2.11 million tons of soybean from January to October last year alone, of which about 90% of 1.92 million tons was shipped out from the US. Then it comes into another question of why does Indonesia really depends on soybean? Soybean is the main raw material of tofu and tempeh, which are mandatory food for Indonesian people. And through the next graphic, we can see the majority of Indonesian soybean consumption. This is the Indonesian soybean consumption in the form of tofu, 40%, in form of tempeh, 50%, in other form or other product, as much as 10%. We compiled the data from the National Standardization Body of Indonesia. Only 10% gap between tempeh and tofu. Well, surely it is hard for Indonesians to pick which one is the best. Tofu and tempeh is commonly consumed food ingredient for Indonesians, and it was a part of their everyday meals. So can you imagine if there is no soybean to produce tofu and tempeh? Of course, this is a major problem for Indonesia. Through the previous graphic, we can see majority of Indonesians choose tempeh over tofu. Let's take a throwback. Tempeh was being sold in Java early 20th century. Tempeh originated in Indonesia, almost certainly in Central or East Java. But then it goes worldwide as people in the world turn out to be tempeh lovers. Let's see the timeline in the next graphic. Firstly, in 1926, tempeh was observed in Japan. In 1946, it was pretty much popular in Europe. And in 1958, it is also popular in the United States. In 1983, produced and commercialized in Japan. Meantime, in 1984, the rise of tempeh companies, 18 companies in Europe, 53 companies in the US, and 8 companies in Japan. And there is one major reason on why people love tempeh. It is the nutrition. Tempeh is a nutrient-dense soy product with a high amount of protein, as well as various vitamins and minerals. It may decrease cholesterol levels, oxidative stress, and appetite while improving bone health. Tempeh also contains prebiotics, which may improve digestive health and reduce inflammation. With all of the good nutrition and also cheap price, this is very fit for Indonesia's nutrition need. Therefore, Ministry of Agriculture is making efforts to fulfill the demand. To tackle the issue, government has designed programs to avoid price volatility. Let's see the next graphic for the detail. This is Agriculture Ministry programs to solve soybean prices problem, a 100 days program. They have to facilitate supply to market, stabilize price, increase agricultural production, prepare CPCL, form a cross-ministerial institutional task force, meantime in a list of 200 days program, set planting area of 325,000 hectares, provide funding, control pests, prepare for dry season planting and permanent program, set soybeans to be part of 12 strategic foods, maximizing local soybean supply and downstreaming soybean products. And the red line is Ministry of Agriculture plans these 3 programs to solve soybean prices problem. This program is carried out to stabilize prices and also increase soybean production. The main goal is to maintain price volatility in the market. According to the government, the average domestic demand for soybeans ranges from 2 to 3 million tons of soybeans per year. By these short to long-term programs, hopefully it can meet the needs of soybeans as the main raw material of tofu and tempeh, which are mandatory food for Indonesian people, including me. With the first steps of the Ministry of Agriculture, we hope that soybean price problem can be solved immediately so that Indonesians don't have to worry to get their basic superfoods, tempeh and tofu. Stay tuned on Market Lines because we'll be right back after the break.